Welcome.
Welcome to the Everything Podcast, Season 2, Episode 128, and if this episode is coming out when I want it to, it is the 1st of December 2023, so happy December. Now, what do we usually do in December? Well, in the UK, there are these things called Advent calendars, so there's 24 doors on most of them, and you get a chocolate. Now, I thought I could do a similar thing with the podcast. I was thinking, what can I do? So I'm going to play some Christmas music. So yeah, going up towards the Christmas special, which will obviously be released on the 25th of December, which is Christmas Day. So here is the Day 1 Advent Calendar, Advent Calendar 2023, the Everything Podcasts 2023 Advent Calendar, Day 1. So yes, next up, back to what the actual episode is going to be. So yeah, that's going to happen every day until Christmas. And then we've got the big Christmas special, but onto that later on. In this episode, we're going to continue looking at Doctor Who magazine news to do with the 2024 season of Doctor Who, as well as the 2023 Festive special. And this article is titled Award Winners Join Doctor Who. Acclaimed actors Jonathan Groff and Indira Varma will appear in key roles in the next series of Doctor Who. Jonathan Groff shot to fame when he landed the role Jesse in the musical comedy drama Glee. He has since been internationally celebrated for his work on screen, including starring as Eric in Knock at the Cabin, playing Holden Ford in Mindhunter, having a leading role as Agent Smith in The Matrix Resurrections, and voice acting roles in the Frozen films. Groff has also made his mark on Broadway, notably for his performance as King George III in Hamilton, for which he was nominated for both a Tony Award and a Primetime Emmy Award for the live stage recording. On joining Doctor Who, Groff says, "I am so thrilled to jump into the extraordinary mind of Rusty Davies and watch the incredible shooting at we saw in this iconic role." Showrunner Rusty Davies says, "This is an incredible coup and a great honour to get such a huge star striding onto our set. So strap on your space boots, this is going to be a blast." In 2006, Indira Varma appeared as Susie Costello in the first series of the Doctor Who spin-off Torchwood. More recently, she played Ingrid in the thriller series Obsession, Olivia Sand in Game of Thrones, and Captain Tala in Obi-Wan Kenobi. On stage, she won an Olivia Award for a portrayal of Liz Ezedine in Present Laughter, as well as starring in major theatre productions, including the acclaimed Man and Superman and Jamie Lloyd's production of Chekhov's The Seagull. In the next series of Doctor Who, she will play a character called the Duchess. "I'm overjoyed to be reunited with Indira after our Torchwood days, and this part is truly spectacular, says Rusty Davis. A whole new audience will be hiding behind the settee when the Duchess unleashes the terror. The new series of Doctor Who, starring Shooter Gatwa as the Doctor and Minnie Gibson as Ruby Sunday, will begin in 2024. Next up is the letter from the showrunner, written by Rusty Davis. How much thought goes into the name of an episode? An awful lot, as Rusty Davis explains. Titles, at least. We have episode titles. Ages ago, about 18 months back, we said, wouldn't it be great if we could announce the titles for the first time on BBC One? These things used to appear in Doctor Who magazine, but what if we could make the event big enough to merit a televised launch? Oh, the nerve, the ambition. I then forgot about it, busy, you know. Then mid-April I said, hey, what happened to that idea? Did we miss it? What a shame, sad face. No, said Julie Garner, you idiot, angry face. People have been working on it for months. They're unveiling it next week. Lo and behold, fanfare and fireworks. The whole campaign with the BBC was unfurled before us. A whole piece of work with 3 separate teaser trailers airing for a fortnight across May, aiming for a climax on Universal Night. One of the BBC's biggest audiences of the OK, lovely, thank you. Releasing now. I'm typing on Tuesday 9th of May, when we've only got as far as a special 2 teas. Apparently the team thought the first teaser was solved too easily, although maybe the week was a very big clue. The second would be revamped to maximum levels of difficulty. I'm told in the document I've been here that just made the word redacted. The code 7A89B8 corresponds to the hex code for Wild Blue Yonder colour. For what now? And the clues lead to an MP3 of the song. Has anyone solved that yet? But you're Doctor Who fans, you don't want to know titles. You want to know working titles. A special one, we didn't have much choice really. We can talk later in the year about the whys and wherefores of using that story, and how much we've changed in its adaptation from the classic old Marvel comic strip by Pat Mills and Dave Gibbons. In fact, you'll be able to hear from Pat and Dave themselves, both fully consulted professionally and on board with the production right from the start. It's not easy, should we call it Star Beast or the Star Beast? I'm still not sure. It might change by November. Sometimes I'm an old-fashioned, definite article. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I invent one. I always refer to the primitive Mars, but no. Turns out I've added that first word. Special 2 is tricky, as I can't give away too much. There's a different 5-word title which sums up the episode that would give the game away right from the start. You'd see it in Radio Times and think, oh right, gotcha. But that was never a working title, and I opted for Wild Blue Yonder right from the start. But it's not that easy. Should we call it Wild Blue Yonder or Wide Blue Yonder? Because an awful lot of phrase said wide. Or an awful lot of people say wide. The phrase has generally changed into Wide Blue Yonder over the years. Are you bothered typing? Which do you say? And most came back with wide, not even know about the wild option. That debate actually gets on the screen within the episode itself. Here it is, faithful reader, explained in real, actual dialogue for Special 2. Someone names the tune as Wide Blue Yonder, and says that it comes from the military going to war. And the Doctor corrects him, saying it's the Air Force. The words are Wild Blue Yonder. But why does the song play? And what is its terrible portent? You'll have to wait and see. Message yourself, write an episode called Terrible Portent. And Special 3, well, nothing to report. The giggle is the giggle. From the moment I wrote it, there was no other choice. Love that title. But what is the giggle? Who's giggling? What about and why? As the great man once said, stay tuned. The hunt for new titles goes on. Like I said last time, episode 1 of the next series is the title expectedly spoken aloud in Star Trek Picard 3. Another episode has had 3 titles so far and still hasn't quite settled. One title contains the word sixpence until the entire plot about the sixpence was got, damn it. And further than that, script and legal departments at Bad Wolf are currently investigating were allowed to use a certain title for episode 6 of the 2025 season. We're that far ahead, but yes, it's a nice cheeky promotion to get titles broadcast to BBC One a full 6 months ahead of transmission. But that's where these facts really belong. Here in the hearts and minds of fandom, where we can browse, debate and argue about the facts for the rest of our lives. In the magazine that once went under the name of Doctor Who Weekly, and then Doctor Who and Marvel Weekly, and then Doctor Who Monthly, and now this, onwards. Next up is the production diary, written by Scott Hancock. Wolf Studios played host to 2 Doctors, a lot more besides during April. Doctor Who, scripted to Scott Hancock, was there. This month, the Doctor Who production team switches director, tackles publicity, and reveals a few familiar names, a few familiar faces even, for the forthcoming series, Thursday, the 30th of March. Cheating slightly with a last-minute entry from March, but today, a very special plot arrives at Wolf Studios, having travelled all the way from Glasgow in the name of charity. We also have a block 4-term meeting, the second of our final episode of the final episode of the production. block. Sunday the 2nd of April. After a long weekend, Rusty Davis delivers a fresh 4th draft of our first episode for Block 5. Monday the 3rd of April. Heads of department kick off the month with 3 days of Block 4 recess, I think, starting at our country house location. Upstairs in a gloomy corridor, film assistant director Jen Day and I stage a shot for the benefit of visual effects supervisor Sheen Varney. Outside, other crew members stand in for the ties as we explore the estate's extensive gardens, and Clee Grip Bobby Williams serenades everyone with a few verses from Frozen, which is greater significance than anyone at the time would know. Tuesday the 4th of April, day 2 of our recess, and at this time we venture out towards Bristol, where our minibuses are too heavy to cross the toll bridge. Cue a short sunny walk across Clifton to Spencer Bridge. On the other side, a few hours are spent at local school, which has been placed so early in the schedule we're already wrapped by the time I write this. Jen and I discover legends of local clowns, and our director Ben Chisel is introduced to the delights of Battenberg cake. After lunch, we return to base to survey the set bills for the next Block's episodes, including the largest set we've got up to date, taking up all of stage 2. We've also conducted a mini Reese for a special sequence redirected by Jamie Donoghue. Wednesday the 5th of April, our final little day of races starts at another country house not far from Swansea, stopping off in Cardiff for lunch in studio before heading back out towards Bristol for an afternoon at a previously established location. Monday the 10th to Friday the 15th of April. It's hiatus week for the shoot crew, though the production offices remain open, and our construction teams are busy building sets for the upcoming block. Training courses continue alongside spaceship meetings, visual effects catch-ups, and casting conversations. Monday the 17th of April, back from our break, and Block 4 producer Chris May plus director Ben Chisel meets with Shooting Million, Jinx Monsoon for a cast page turn of the scripts for their upcoming shoot. In the Bad Wolf offices, producers and the editorial team gather for a meeting to discuss the script team and processes as we approach prep for the final block. Tuesday the 18th of April is the 40th Doctor's birthday today, and coincidentally, wrong word, David Tennant returns to Cardiff to shoot publicity material for this year's anniversary specials. On stage 3, he's also reunited with two familiar actors from 2008. Meanwhile, the most expensive joke in Doctor's history is shot at a nearby location. Wednesday the 19th of April, it's a triple unit shoot day as Julianne Robinson wraps on Block 3, David Tennant continues with publicity material for specials, and Ben Chisel kicks off filming on Block 4 with Jinx Monsoon's announcement. What isn't announced is that Jinx's first day on set teams her with an unexpected name from the Tom Baker era. As Thursday the 20th of April, as the Doctor and Ruby's 1960s costumes are unveiled to the world, Russell delivers draft 5 of our opening Block 5 episode. Friday the 21st of April, which is then issued to crew with revised scene numbers. What have you done? Don't do that, bad. Revised scene numbers the following morning. The weekends with a joint 60th Bad Wolf birthday party for executive producers Jane Tranter and Rusty Davis. Monday the 24th of April, our 4th draft of our second Block 5 episode is delivered today, while filming for Block 4 continues on a rooftop in Newport over Zoom. A writer meeting takes place to talk through an upcoming outline. And elsewhere, it was announced that Murray Gold will be returning to compose the music for both the 14th and 15th Doctors. Wednesday the 26th of April, we briefly delve back into the Christmas period to complete location filming for our Festive episode in Bristol. Thursday the 27th of April, celebrating 60 years, it's Russell's birthday. Meanwhile, Block 4 crew returns to the studio for some TARDIS action. Friday the 28th of April, the week and month concludes with a new script catch-up meeting where the editorial team gathers to talk through delivery schedules and any other issues that may impact production. This is just one of many routine meetings that happen every week. Others cover everything from locations to budgets to clearances to visual effects reviews, contracts to titles discussions, alongside regular page turns, tone meetings and planning meetings specific to each episode. Today is also assistant production a production coordinator, Liam Hobson's last day in the office before he goes on maternity leave. Huge love and congratulations to him and Georgie. Next up is the letter from the showrunner, written by Russell T Davies from Doctor Who magazine, issue 592. Let's have a read about what Russell has to say. Russell T Davies. What are you doing? Anyway, Russell T Davies looks forward to new episodes of Doctor Who and pauses for a moment's reflection. 5 months to go, and the Doctor Who factory is steaming, rattling, thundering ahead. Vroom, vroom. We're at peak output right now, all 5 blocks in production, with 8 regular episodes plus 4 specials in various stages of readiness. Not one of them completed yet. Special 1, The Star Beast, is almost finished. Music done, tick. Grade done, tick. Effects done, tick. But we haven't finished the title sequence yet. Well, at the other end of production, episode 8, which contains the words Kingdom Golden Tigella, hasn't had a single second shot yet, and there isn't time to pause as we leap on to the 2025 season. Right now, 4 scripts are being written simultaneously, including this one right here in front of me, which you won't see until the year after next. It contains the words Garden, Firmament and Diploma, and yet there's time to pause like that bit of a roller coaster where you pause gently at the top before plunging back down, screaming in abject terror. So this is a little moment to stop, to look around, to admit review, my god, episode 3 is so good, and even to look back for a moment and reflect. March 2023 passed me by in a blizzard of work. I knew that lots of people mark the anniversary on 26th of March, the date Rose was first shown even on TV in 2005. When Doctor Who came crushed back into our lives, there are many happy memories of that day. One particular message reached me, and I think it's only a disclaimer first. I don't read DMs. My only form of social media is Instagram. I've got a Twitter account somewhere, which was set up for the Doctor Who tweet stage in October. I can't even remember how to access it anymore. So Instagram is, and I don't like to make the page private because I like the hurly-burly out there. Though time and transmission, we'll see how long that lasts. But DMs are impossible at my job, so many of them. I open the requests from strangers once in a while, but once when my eyebrows are bothering me because the white hot ferocity of the DMs scorches them right off, roar goes the furnace, scream goes me, slam goes the door, and I seal them off for another year. I get a quick glimpse of message saying, bring back Nessa, usually accompanied by lecturer's aphorism. Doctor Who is all about change, which is a funny thing to say about a 60-year-old show. But there you go, slam, close, no more. So I know that a lot of nice messages go unread, and I'm sorry about that. But hey, if I started to read, then we'd only get 10 minutes of Doctor Who a year. However, a mate of mine bounced across a message he sent because he thought I'd love to read it. It was from a viewer who said this on the 26th of March and has given permission for it to be reproduced here. I love Rose, but I really love that burping bit. And Tiny Me thought that burping was the best thing in the world. When I was at primary school, I was a lonely child. I didn't have any friends. It sounds like an exaggeration, but I never had any friends at all. We had this friendship bench at school where you would sit basically to encourage people to make friends with you, which might sound like more of a humiliation bench, but my mum encouraged me to sit on the bench because she worried about me. So I sat in it for weeks alone. But the Monday after Rose, I sat on the bench, she came over and started talking to me, and I remember it so vividly that almost we asked each other if we'd seen the programme with the burping bin on Saturday night, and we both laughed so much about it. I had a lot to thank Doctor Who for, but specifically I wanted to thank it for that silly burping bin in a funny way, my first friend. Blimey, good old Doctor Who. Alright, pause over, here comes the roller coaster, plunging black down, wow, oh dear god, it's a few, come on, 5 months to go. Next up is Scott Hancock's production diary. Doctor Who script editor Scott Hancock shares May's highlights from Wolf Studios and beyond. As BBC One teases this year's trio of special, Block 5 prep ramps up and international superstars descend upon the capital. Wednesday the 3rd of May, with prep continuing on Block 5, watermark scripts are posted to a very special guest star for the climactic series 1 finale. Thursday the 4th of May, halfway through Block 4 and the shooting script for the second of its episodes is issued to the crew. Friday the 5th of May, shortly after Jonathan Groff is announced as an incoming guest star, a teaser trailer for special 2 hours on BBC One. A similar teaser for Special 1 was transmitted on Saturday, the 29th of April. Sunday, the 7th of May, Russell delivers a 6th draft of our first Block 5 script. Monday the 8th of May, today, the production team has 2 call sheets to call from. Depending upon the weather, one means we'll film on location in Cardiff, the other takes us back to our studios. Fortunately, a couple of late rainstorms aside, we're able to complete our original scheduled call sheet. Back in the office, the script team receive pink revisions for our second Block 4 episode. Tuesday the 9th of May, it's the first day on set for Block 4 guest stars Jonathan Groff and Indira Varma, who will be playing the mysterious Duchess. Elsewhere, a recurring cast member meets with Millennium FX for a test prosthetics fitting. Wednesday the 10th of May, the Block 5 production team meet to discuss stunts and blocking for cast members on a standing set at Wolf Studios. A 5th draft of our finale script comes in, followed by blue revisions for our second Block 4 adventure, and BBC One teases fans with a 3rd trailer for this year's specials. Thursday, the 11th of May, producers gather at Bang Post Production in Cardiff to run through the final mix for Special 1. Alongside director Rachel Talala and composer Murray Gold later, back at Wolf Studios, heads of department gather for our 3rd Block 5 tone meeting led by director Jeremy Donahue. Saturday the 13th of May, it's Eurovision night, and BBC One reveals the titles of this year's specials in a brand new trailer. Prepare yourself for Star Beast, Barbie Wonder and The Giggle. Tuesday the 16th of May, the Block 5 team reconvene for our final tone meeting of the series, where special effects supervisor Aaron Glasser mistakes our villain for Poroy. Wednesday the 17th of May, following our recent tone meetings, new drafts 6 and 7 of both Block 5 episodes are issued via production. A new schedule was issued via Geraint Jones, first assistant director. Based on these revisions and the practicalities of a major set-piece finale are discussed that evening. Cast and crew decided on Cardiff Principality Stadium for the opening of Beyonce's brand new music tour. Not related to Doctor Who, but it feels significant. Friday the 19th of May, business as usual at Wolf Studios during the day, which means regular casting updates, music copyright discussions and clearance meetings, alongside anything else that might have gone into the production diary, such as today's credits meeting. On location, meanwhile, the crew conclude a demanding week of night shoots at a location near Swansea. I swing by to catch up with the production team, including second assistant directors Laura Pate and Michael Williams, plus bass runner Jamal Price. Monday the 22nd of May, a rare trip beyond Cardiff as I travel to Bank Post Production in London to direct an early Block 5 voice session. Back in Wales, the team gather for 2 post-production term meetings covering Blocks 1 and 2, followed by an executive viewing of our second Block 3 episode. Tuesday the 23rd of May, the first of our Block 5 restays takes us all through around Cardiff, kicking off at a theatrical location. We then travel to a number of urban environments, abandoning the minibus as we explore various side roads and offices before returning to Wolf Studios to talk through the action on a couple of established sets. Wednesday 24th of May, our last restay of the series, clicking off in Barry for a quick cup of coffee before heading back to Cardiff to explore some brand new set builds. Thursday 25th of May, following our recent heads of department assemble for the Block 5 production meeting, talking through scheduling issues, costume changes, stunts, prosthetics, graphics, security, anything and everything that will affect our shoot days. Friday the 26th of May, Shooty and Millie meet with Rusty Davis and director Jamie Garnicue for detail Block 5 page 10, followed by a read-through of both episodes with a star-studded cast. Afterwards, the editorial team gather to share notes ahead of our shooting scripts. It's co-producer Ellen Marsh's final day on production. Monday 29th of May, having said farewell to Ellen, it's time to welcome a new member of our team. His incoming script editor David Schwang joins the department. Tuesday 30th of May, Block 4 continues filming deep within a central Cardiff location. Wednesday 31st of May, the month concludes with Shooty and Millie watching an early edit of our series opener while a prop show and tell reveals a culinary-related phobia. Spoiler, it's Jamie Donahue. So that's it for this episode. So let me know what you thought of the first day of the 2023 Advent Calendar, as well as all the announcements in this episode. And you can also like and subscribe. But that's it for the Everything Podcast, Season 2, Episode 128. Goodbye.